Everybody, Jamie Pate here. Welcome to this video. This is our Stop the Blur Stamp Society middle of the month video. This is the part of the show where we pause from some of the making things and we do a walkthrough of the most recent pages in my memory planner. So let's get started. Okay, as we speak, Heidi Swapp is actually doing the live launch on her Instagram channel of the November Stop the Blur as well as November's Stamp Society. If you're not familiar with either one of those subscription programs, Stop the Blur there's two programs to that. There is one that here, I'm going to grab my kit, but it's a bit of a mess. The Stop the Blur kit is a monthly subscription to all things that can go into your memory planner. I'm trying to get this washi here. There we go. That's one of the things. There is 4 of these guys. There is a bunch of these guys. What else was in this kit? This notepad here. That's just a couple of things. There's a stamp set as well. And that's just some of the things. I will link that below so you can get more information. This is the Stop the Blur kit subscription. Then there's a Stop the Blur video that Heidi produces every month with ideas for how to add some really fun elements to your pages. And then there's also I'll sneak this at the end. This is November's Stamp Society. So what I do, I come in here at the beginning of, at the middle of the month, because everything gets re-released, because everything gets released on the 15th, I'm trying to jump in here a little bit early so you can see what is currently available right now. And that's this kit right here. This is October's kit. These are elements from that kit. Oh, I didn't even show you the typewriters. What is wrong with me? No, I'm not even kidding, people. This is what it looks like right now. And I've been sick, so there's my tissue. This is real life, baby. It's been a little crazy around here lately, so I am not as organized as I would love to be, but that's a temporary situation. Okay, I found the typewriter, and it has this little pull-up thing here too that you can add a little note to. Super sweet. You see that there. And then these little clips that I like to keep moving, but I gotta get them straightened up. These clips are super cute, so I'll point those out. So that's part of the kit. So if you have any more questions, please ask them below. That was kind of a throwing it right at you kind of a situation there. This is a page that I actually had done about a month ago, so I showed this in the October walkthrough. And so as you walk into here, I really try to be super focused on the kit this month and really work it in. And so let me just walk you through what I did. My dates, I used this date stamp pretty much exclusively for all my dates. And then the October came from the October agenda, where there's always an October in there. And then I just stacked the weeks. I don't always add the weeks the days, because you could just see them. But I added some washi here. I added a little piece of this washi, this striped washi here, which is from a previous kit, which is something to always want to point out, is just because we've gone through a month and we've used some kit pieces, they're always still there for the using if you haven't used them up. And I always find a way to work them back into my pages somehow. So there's a little bit of that striped washi right there. This is the notepad from October. This was a quote that I had on my stories, and I printed it and added it to it, and I just added a little clip right on top. So it looks like it's clipped on top. It's so cute. This is one of the printables. Heidi also makes available a printable, a download, that is part of the Stop the Blur video class. And so the Practice Reckless Optimism was part of that. I super loved that note to self. This is a color collective, which is another collection at the Heidi Swapp shop. And I did the tag vertical and then added some more of the printable. I added a stamping collage, and then obviously this picture here did not go with the rest of the picture, but I wanted to give some place to this free tag and card class that I had made available, and my journaling is right there. Then there are these I don't know what to call them, but they're attached and they're stacked like note pockets. Super fun. I added one here. I added some stamping to the outside of it, plus some washi. And then what I did with the inside is that I added a long photo. I mean, these are only barely an inch tall. And then I added my journaling to the back of it. I did the same thing here with this one. So these are just some current photos that I had and wanted to add them in here like this, just basically because it was fun. There's a selfie that I took, and then I used, again, I talk about using previous kits. This is a previous stamp, this currently, which I love and which I use pretty often. And I just added in a bunch of journaling there at the top. I made this pocket here, but I used one of Heidi Swapp's envelope dies to make this pocket. And then, this is a frame. I don't know if I showed you the frame, but that was part of October's kit. And I added a photo of some stuff that was going on with my mom and some notes in here as well. I love having these interactive pieces. Gives you more real estate. It makes it interesting. And plus, you can just be creative with paper by adding stamping to it or more washi or what have you. This is the circle tuck die. This isn't the die. This is the die. And it makes this. And I actually used a tag and cut this out. I super love it. The See the Possibility, Not the Problem is from the printable from October. And then I just used it to add some additional journaling. Like I said, I super love that die. It's really a lot of fun. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a photo. It's been a couple days now. And I just had all of my tags that I had been making during the month of October just all over the place because I knew I was going to be adding them to, I love pre-making them because they'll end up on these pages more than likely. And so that's what I did here. This is a lot of the printables from October. And I just had fun just tagging them together, adding a little bit of stamping, using the printable, just mostly all printable stuff. I cut a little slit in this envelope that was part of the printable and stuck that slow your scroll, which is what Sunday is all about to me. Sunday is about slowing that scroll. Sunday is about not scrolling at all, if I'm actually honest with you. I really do try to take a Sabbath from the internet and the interwebs. I'm not always 100% about that, but I do try. And so then that notepad again with some additional journaling. Now I'm wondering here because when I here's another one of the tags that I had pre-made and I'm like, oh, it's going to fit right here. I probably should trim these down. They're kind of in my way. What would you do? Would you keep them long like that or would you trim them down? And so I do this a lot. I love the big tag on a page, flip it up and there's additional things underneath it. Now, these are new to the shop, these photo sleeves, and I realize I have not filled in my journaling right here. But I've added pages from Monday and then pages, they're photos. I added photos from Monday and then photos from Tuesday. And then I had all this room for all this journaling, which made my heart just happy. This is actually a really simple page if you pay attention to it. It's a big pre-made tag, right? And it's the pocket page that just comes with a little adhesive strip, so it just fits right in there. It's journaling. It's some swatches of washi and a stamp. I've been, I don't know what to say. Here's my little commentary on this. Life has just been so very busy. It's just a very busy season. And you know how it goes. You just try to do too many things. That's kind of where I'm living right now. So I have no shame in making a page super simple like this. I just don't. And that's the thing about some of the questions that I get. And I just want to encourage you to make these pages your own. Add to them all photos. Man, I recently saw a super photocentric page spread. It was fantastic. And then sometimes I see these page spreads. They have maybe 1 or 2 photos on them. They're still just as fantastic. Why is that? Because it's your story. It's the thing that came to the surface at the end of the week or at the end of the month that you said, this deserves some space. And I just always want to make sure we are super encouraged that if this is your go-to for some memory making, or this is just one of them, that whatever you want to put on your pages, do that and enjoy the process. Because in this page over here, it's just a little more complicated, right? I wanted to kind of mirror the stampings, and these are all from the agenda stamps. I always say, collect the agenda stamps. I reuse those stamps all the time. And so you got enjoy here, had create here, had relax here. Notepad card to add some journaling. I always make these interactive so that I can add journaling and sometimes photos underneath. Had 2 photos from the day. I used another chance to use that circle tuck die, and then I actually have a photo underneath it. And it's not necessarily a pretty photo, it's just kind of a rough photo, but it still told the story. So I just like, well, I'll just hide it. And now I can't, there we go. I got my tuck then. This is just a little printable filler, and then I did a small, tiny stamp collage. This page, again, is another example that I've really been thinking about, because I used to do weekly pages in my scrapbook, and it would be very grid oriented. So I kind of purposed to make this grid oriented, and that's what I did. So photo, this was a quote that I had. This is what I do a lot, quotes that I see out there on Instagram, and I'll reprint them, or I'll type them up and print them and add them to my pages because they meant something to me. And then I just added a little bit of inking to the middle of that card. Just a no thrills little journal card here, photo, and these adorable clipboards that come in 2 different sizes, and they each have 2 different, well, they each come with a notepad, and then the notepad has 2 different colorways with them. So I love adding those in like a lot. And I just used the alpha here is also from the October kit, and I added it here as well. This is a quote that I had seen on Instagram, and I just wanted to have fun with it and add it big time on this Sunday. But I used the alphas here. No thrills journaling spot, a little bit of washi, and then this little pull thing. Did you guys get this? This is really super fun. Heidi taught us how to do this in one of her Stop the Blur classes, in one of that subscription class. And then she made them available, and you can buy them in, I think, white, or it might be ledger. I could be wrong. And then these black. Once I got it figured out, and it's a little tricky at first, I super love it. And then here's a little story behind this. There's not a whole lot going on over here on this page. I had pre-made this tag. I don't even think I ever posted it anywhere. I actually had this thankful kind of attached to it. I think I still have the twine here. I had it attached, but it was just a lot going on my page. So I thought, you know what? Because this is literally where I'm at right now in this part of the month, I just went ahead and masked out that thankful there on Friday. I used the grateful stamp to stamp out the grateful for and 3 things to add. Always a great way to fill your planner pages is with your gratitudes. And that's a great stamp set. That's this one here. Actually, it's called fill in the blank. I called that wrong. It's fill in the blank. And my today's recap, he's hanging out down here. But it's more than just grateful. It's things that make you smile. It's quote of the day. And then some, are you this or are you this kind of thing. It's a fun stamp set. Photoed here. I have not added any journaling in here. I have that on my notes still to do, but I wanted to get this video done today. I added some stamping from November's agenda around here, and then just a little note. And I already talked about this quote, which actually came from Allie Edwards, and hers says magic is something we make, but I was running out of ease, so I made it you make. Okay, that's all I have so far in October. I got today 22. So this week is reserved for, these pages are reserved for the last week. These pages are reserved for the last couple of days. And then I want to go ahead and take you into December. I started my December pages because I made these for samples for the Heidi Swapp shop website, but I want to share it with you because this is a super, super fun kit. And these are just some of the elements. So here is that door again. This is a stamp that's still available through the evening of the 14th. You can get a door that is, let me grab it. This is October's Stamp Society. It's available through the 14th of November, and then it goes away. And so this is a little die cut set from the November Stop the Blur kit. So it's just super cute to have that. There are these little note cards. There's these labels. Here's one of the stamps. That's my granddaughter. That does not come with the kit. Here's another one of those note cards. I added the alpha in for Tree Day. That's one of the stamps there that says stay warm. This is one of the sliders. I don't have anything on the slider yet because this literally is our Tree Day where we go hunting for our tree. And I will add those photos and that story onto this little window slider. But it's just so pretty. This also matches Heidi's Merry Little Christmas collection, so I super love that these pieces complement that. And then this little special delivery, it comes with 2 of these. I added the ribbon. You can pull the little card out of the back and you can add notes there. Part of my December album, I always add in our family photo. So I just kind of kept with that tradition even in my planner. And of course, I haven't done December 1, 2, or 3 yet, but I wanted to share with you what this looks like in terms of November's kit, which is very holiday and adorable. One last thing I want to share with you. Okay, so I shared with you the October Stamp Society available through the 14th of November. Then on the 15th of November, this November Stamp Society then becomes available to subscribers. There's subscriber plans from month to month all the way up to a 12-month commitment, and you can see that in the link. And this is just one of the things I've made so far with this. Had a lot of fun with this. This is a die that's part of Merry Little Christmas, and this is one of the black color collective tags. And then I used the banner to write the last chapter of the year 2023, which I thought was super apropos. And then this little tag too, as you can see on here, also comes with the stamp set. And I'll just go ahead and share 2 others. This Bring On the Comfort and Joy, because that's kind of my theme for December. And so I had fun using Heidi's Christmas paper as a background and then some of the ephemera and then adding in that sentiment. I really like it. I like how it turned out. And this was fun too. The most wonderful time is using everything here that's stamped is from this, except for the wonderful. And that is from... You can find the wonderful on the Holiday Wishes stamp set. It's just really beautiful handwritten font in Heidi's signature handwriting. Anyway, so that's a look at Stop the Blur, the pages that I have so far for October. Got a couple more days to still fill in. Started December already because November's kit is all ready for December. And in the meantime, I hope you have great fun filling in your pages, and I will see you in the next video.